Hi guys, can you see me? Can you see and hear? Let me know if you can see or hear me, or see and hear me. Hello guys, you see and hear me? Perfect. Hello everybody. Hello, loud and clear, excellent. I'm going to be coughing quite a lot, I've got a sore throat. So I'm going to put this mouse down just now. Excellent guys, good. So we all know why we're here. I'm going to be doing some commentary on the latest Halloween movie from 2018. It's been a long time coming. I've not seen this movie since October. I've seen it twice at the cinema. So this will be the third time seeing it at home. This is probably why I haven't done any more reviews for this or put it in any lists of best to worst Halloween movies, because I want to let it soak in again, see it at home and see how I feel about it, you know. I'm just going to read some of the comments first before we get into it, because I'll obviously be watching this a lot as I'm looking at you guys and listening to you, or not listening to you, but reading your comments. Nicola, so do you think Laurie will die? Well, no, she doesn't die, because I've already seen it twice. So spoiler alert for you who haven't seen it. I have M&M's. Hi Scott. Okay, I'm going to press play. I'm ready to watch it. I'm going to have the volume down as much as I can, but still hear it. I don't want Universal to come and take the video off me, especially as I'm watching it with you guys. If any of you guys are watching it as well, I'll tell you every now and again what minute we're on. Got my Halloween t-shirt, all ready to rock and roll. Okay guys, you ready to watch this? Here we go. I was watching the special features, so I'm just going to skip the special features and we'll get into this. If any of you guys can hear this TV, let me know, because like I said, I don't want Universal to overhear maybe some of the score or anything like that. Okay, so we're at 5 seconds in, if any of you guys are watching it. Universal. I take it all you guys have seen this film, because if you haven't, I'm going to be talking about some spoilers as they happen when I'm watching it. I don't know what happened to the original ending, because I heard that Michael did disappear into the woods and whatever, and there's a lot different ending to the one we saw at the cinema and on the Blu-ray apparently. So I don't know what happened to that. I don't think it made it onto the deleted or alternate scenes. I've not seen any of those scenes, which is cool, but I'll check them out soon. I love the beginning of this with the font. The font is almost like, probably is identical to the original. I love that kind of orangey yellow tone mixed in with the red. Cinematography in this is just as good as the original. Obviously it's more updated as well. A lot of people hated the start of this scene because it didn't go into the credits straight away, just like the original, but they can't copy the original for everything. So I think that it's good to start off with this scene, leading on to the roll credits, as they say. Sartain was an interesting character. Not from you, wasn't. There's Sartain. Anyway, Sartain showed us his pen at the start of the movie. Little did we know at that time that his pen would be very significant. Do I think the tributes to other Halloweens should have been in this? Probably yes, but not as much as we saw, because I thought there was too much in this, whether it was deliberate or not. There was just too much. The documentary crew, I thought I was going to hate those guys when I saw the trailers for this film, but I actually seen them in the film. They were not bad. I quite liked as Aaron. I liked his character a lot, and I didn't want him to die. It's not confirmed that he's dead either. There's Dr. Sartain. Very high-end podcasters. Did the lighting bother me for the film? No, not at all. Too bright. Some bits were bright, like the beginning here, but no, overall it was quite dark. Quite a dark movie. Quite enjoyed it, to be honest. See, I'm starting to see a lot of people liking the idea of Dr. Sartain and what he'd done in the movie. But for me, I might change my mind after watching it for a third time. But for me, I didn't like his character. I thought his character was pointless, and the twist with him was ridiculous. There he is. He can speak, he just chooses not to. Oh, he's aware. Now, how's he allowed an umbrella? That's a weapon. I love the chessboard look of the whole scene. It's like checkmate. He's got you where he wants you. I didn't want Dana to die either. Like I said, I didn't think I was going to like these guys at the start of the movie, but I actually did. I think their characters were pretty good. You don't need to know more. Hmm. Sorry, guys. That's a good scene. Right down the middle. Thanks, McAvoy Productions. Love the name. Nobody can tell us where he got that mask from. I know he told us where he got it from, but how can he get access to evidence like that? I don't think he can feel it. See that scene, although they're in a mental institution, that kind of reminds me of a Rob Zombie movie, which I didn't like. I do like the scene overall, but I think the camera angles were very Rob Zombie like. But it makes up for it in a minute. Uh oh. Everyone's getting agitated, bar Michael. Ah. Say something. Listen to the guy. Say something. Say something. When I seen that for the first time in the cinema, when that tune came on, I just got goosebumps all over my body. I went to the midnight showing on the Thursday. One of the first people to see it in the UK, and one of the first people to see it in the world because of the time difference. Thursday midnight for us was like Thursday evening in the USA. I mean, everybody loves that pumpkin scene. It's so iconic and amazing. I loved how they done it as well. The whole pumpkins coming back up, the franchise is coming back from the dead, coming out from the earth. It's great. You see the rotten pumpkin. I've had that a few times with some of my pumpkins. I think a good thing about this scene, this credits scene isn't as long as the credits in the original. The original credits were like 5 minutes long or something. This isn't as long, I don't think, as far as I remember. Executive producers Danny McBride and David Gordon Green. Haddonfield, Illinois. Again, how can these guys, as much as I like them, how can they get access to all they get access to? They got access to the mask, they got access to Michael Myers, and they got access to Laurie Strode eventually. And they're just a couple of podcasters from the UK, from Britain. If that's how easy it is to get access to this kind of person, I think I might go across to the US and see if I can talk to some survivors of whoever. It's weird watching this again after listening to the score about 250 times, hearing all the tracks in the scenes in the movie's good. I love every track that is in the score. It's just unbelievable. They got some top dollar. I think Jamie Lee Curtis is quite funny in this movie. I think because of her acting's changed over the 40 years. She's been in a few comedies and stuff. She's brought in some comedy value into this film for some reason. I think it's maybe because of David Gordon Green and Danny McBride. Yeah, from the UK. Yeah, where did they get all that money from as well? I think it's just convenient writing in order to get them access to Laurie. If they could have done it a completely different way to get access to Laurie, like if she's an alcoholic, maybe they could turn up at the same store where she's picking up her booze from or something. Cosmo Kramer. That's a good question, and a lot of people ask that, but I think that Christopher Nelson, the creator of the mask for 2018 Halloween, he wanted to create the mask identical to what the original was like. So he took the original mold from what he could get, created it as the original Michael Myers mask, and then started adding some detail to it. I watched that in the special features. It's pretty detailed in how they do it. I think Jamie Lee Curtis also comes across as a little cocky in this film as well. Something I didn't like about it. A little bit arrogant, even after everything she's been through. She looks like my mum. Jamie Lee Curtis is like a spitting image of my mother. Cheers, guys. The Boogeyman. Myers. The Boogeyman's coming. Jamie's uncle's the Boogeyman. Why was there no mention of Sheriff Brackett in this film? That's a good question. Yeah, totally. Are you excited for It Chapter 2? One of the most anticipated movies of the year. Michael Myers murdered 5 people. It's bad to murder one person, but 5 people doesn't make him a sensation. Maybe around Haddonfield, but how these broadcasters got to know Michael Myers, I don't know. Like, you think they would go after people like, I know Ted Bundy's dead, but people of Ted Bundy's caliber, not somebody who's murdered 5 people. Go and interview people, survivors of somebody who's murdered 35 people. Yeah, Sheriff Hopkins shouldn't have died, especially the way he did die as well. If there was a part two, how would you do it? A part two of what? Let me know. Sinner Heart. If there was a part two, yeah, exactly. In today's day and age, 5 murders is low, as sad as it sounds. So I don't know why these broadcasters are even interested whatsoever. Oof, I'll accept my payment. Halloween, Sinner Heart. Well, this is part two. This is Halloween 2. Was Will Patton supposed to die a different way in the original cut? I think so, because I think there were certain scenes in the trailer that didn't quite add up to the final cut. I would have liked to have seen him die a different way because the way he died was just rubbish. Like, I liked his character and like the build up of his character and the connection he had with Laurie, and they just ruined that with Dr. Sartain. How would they make him escape the basement? Because of the fire, maybe some parts of the walls could have been coming down or whatever. He can escape anyway, and they will make him escape whatever way they want. I quite like that guy, the actor. John Kyle Stanton, thank you very much for the donation. You've wrote, I think they're interested because he wore a mask and did it on Halloween night. I suppose that could be a good reason to look into it because it's kind of like, it's if you read that online, you'd think, oh, that's a kind of cult thing or something unique because you don't see a lot of masked killers, especially going around on Halloween night. So I suppose that's a good point. I thought Hawkins might be Tommy. Nah, he's too old. But never say never for Tommy to come back. Same with Lindsay as well. I know that the actress that played Lindsay is the aunt of Paris Hilton. She's pretty rich, and I think she's got a talk show as well. She's pretty famous. When do you think they'll make the follow up to the movie? I'm hoping within the next year or two. Don't want to rush it, but we don't want to forget about it either. Otherwise, we could be in a situation where nobody cares again. I think the fact that Dr. Loomis died, they shouldn't even attempt to replace Dr. Loomis. Even like the Dr. Sartain character, when Jamie Lee Curtis says to him, "Also, you're the new Loomis." I think that was a little bit cheesy. That was unnecessary, I think. Do I think Aaron died at the gas station? Hopefully not. We can assume that he did die because we never heard from him again. Um, but they could easily bring him back. I liked him. Good character and good actor. When you met Nick Castle, did he say any? Did he say if he filmed anything for this new Halloween? You know, a lot of us didn't even get a chance to speak to Nick Castle. Of all the actors and actresses that were there at the London Film and Comic Con, he was by far the busiest person. I think James Caan was pretty busy as well, and Zachary Levi. But for Nick Castle to be as big as he is, I think he was overwhelmed by how many people were queuing up to see him. They had to cut the line all the time because the line was just too big. So it was kind of like in and out for Nick Castle. Kissy kissy. This Oscar character did my head in. What I hate about comedies, and it happens in Danny McBride movies, is the improv style acting, um, the improv style comedy, and that's what this Oscar guy brings to the table. I didn't like that. Everybody hates Cameron. Not everybody, but a lot of people hate Cameron, his character. I quite liked his character. He wasn't a total idiot, and he wasn't in it enough for us to understand him and know who he was. We have a feeling that his dad is going to be Lonnie from the original, and if Cameron features in the next movie, I'm assuming his dad will be in it as well. Oh, here we go. This is the scene where it starts all the whole homages to the original and stuff like that. I think this scene was very, very unnecessary. And I know they changed it up by putting Laurie outside, right there, instead of Michael. Um, it's like a symbolism or whatever, but they already done that in H2O. I know it was Michael outside, but they already done that in H2O. And I know that H2O doesn't count in this one, but they already had that idea first. So don't do that again. And they did this quite a lot in this film, and I didn't like that about it. Excuse me. Sorry guys, I need to take a M&M. What's your favourite Halloween movie? I'm not going to answer that yet because I am going to re-rank the Halloween films this year. Maybe in a few weeks' time. Or maybe just leading up to Halloween. I will re-rank them because when I ranked them the last time, I re-watched them a couple of times as well as watching the new Halloween movie, and that's not in the ranking. So I'll re-rank it and you'll find out then. Hopefully you stick around. One of the best parts, yes, Sinner, was when he put the mask on. When you see it from the angle of the trailer, and then when he put the hood down on the car, quite scary. And again, she's going through some sort of PTSD thing, and she done the exact same in Halloween H2O. She was a drinker, she had a gun in her bedroom, and she was worried. I think the only difference, in fact, there's no difference because she went to California in H2O to hide and run away from him, and people are saying no, in Halloween 2018, she's going to face him. Well, no, really, because she was hiding in the woods with a bunker and locked doors and stuff like that. There's again, they just copied a lot of H2O, and that annoyed me. Yes, James Perkins, I genuinely believe that the new mask looks a lot like the original mask. I've pre ordered the original mask and I'll have them side by side and I'll have a look to see what the difference is. But deterioration wise, I think that it done pretty well. those scenes there with Michael, you see the side of his face and stuff. I really like that. I know that you're not supposed to see Michael's face and stuff, but you just seen enough to know that it's Michael. You've seen enough to find out a little bit more about him, about his wounds and stuff, but just not enough to know what he looks like. So I like that. Ray was annoying. Ray was a bit annoying. I liked Ray better than Oscar though. What's my favourite Halloween scene from the original movie? Got lots of favourite scenes, but one of the ones that comes to mind when getting asked that question is the scene when Laurie is crawling along the ground trying to get across to her house, the babysitter's house, and she's shouting, "Tommy, let me in!" And Michael's coming across the road. But the first time I saw that, I was like, "Get in, ah!" See, watching this again, it's clear to see that Dr. Sartain's up to something. Arsehole. This is good acting by Jamie Lee Curtis with her crying on her lip and stuff. But this is what she brings to this role. No matter how many times they use her and she dies and comes back in the Halloween films, you can't deny that she's probably the best actress out of all the Halloween films. In the first Halloween film, she was awful, but in Halloween H2O and this movie, she's incredible. See, he's not bad there, Ray. It's quite funny. I think I would be like him as a father to a teenage girl with her boyfriend. Yeah, I remember the score for H2O, and I really liked the score for H2O, and I liked the score for Scream. Everybody hates it because it's the exact same as Scream, whatever. Well, that's because it's the same people that done it. And you've got to remember the two guys that done the score for Halloween H2O is John Ottman and Marco Beltrami. Marco Beltrami came on to redo the score because they didn't really like John Ottman's operatic score. But remember, two of those guys have been nominated for Oscars. That's how good they are. And if you do listen to the H2O score without thinking of Scream or The Faculty or Scream 2 or any Kevin Williamson movie, listen to it. It's pretty damn good. To me, anyway. Yeah, I like the little black kid that was getting babysat. I thought he was absolutely hilarious. And again, a lot of people hated him, but I just loved his comedy. His comedy was a lot better than other guys. Again, she's drinking again. That scene reminds me of the scene in Halloween H2O when she goes to the restaurant and she's having a drink of, is it Chardonnay or something? And she says to the waiter, "Can I have another glass of Chardonnay?" And he's looking at her. Today. It's quite funny. Again, really good acting by Jamie Lee Curtis here. And when she goes out with her granddaughter and she's cuddling her, you really feel for her. Who's Dave? Was Dave's death filmed? Dave who? This is a good scene showing the emotion of Jamie Lee Curtis. I guess with this film, they showed the impact that it had on her over 40 years compared to what it had on her over 20 years. It says, "How did Michael know Alison was a Strode?" I don't think he did know. I think he just saw her in the car and he would have killed her. And then um, the doctor was telling or speaking to her about Laurie in front of Michael. Oh, Dave was Vicky's boyfriend, right? Okay. Yeah, he was played by Miles Robbins, who I really like him. He's a good actor. He was in that movie last year called Blockers, and he was good in that as well. I think James Jude Courtney should play Michael again. Will he? I don't know. Should he? Absolutely. Now we're on the scene with the father and son in the car. The little boy who's missing dance class. I thought again, there's some secondary characters in this that are really good, and I wanted to see more of them. This week, dude, I wanted to see him more, but it sounds like he smokes 40 cigarettes a day. Crazy. Again, this is just another scene ripped straight from Halloween, part one. Although this one's more creepy because you can see more. The jump scares in this were a little cheap, but they didn't come a lot, which was good. I think that's the reason Dr. Sartain was in this movie. Where one of you guys are asking, does Michael go after Laurie, or is it Dr. Sartain that's pushing him? I think the aspect was Michael forgot about Laurie. He didn't care about her. She was just another person to him that he wanted to kill and he couldn't. He probably forgot about her because she's not related to him, so there's no reason for him to go after her. But I think with Dr. Sartain, that brings the two of them together. But then that just takes away the idea of them not being related. Just keep them related then if you wanted to get them back together again. Stupid. Let's see the time. If any of you guys are watching it with me, we're on 29 minutes and 54 seconds. Oh, somebody's asked, wait, are you watching Halloween synced with the chat? If I can, yeah, I'm watching Halloween just now. This is my live commentary, guys. For those of you who have just joined me, we're on about 30 minutes now. So if you want to catch up, we're at the bus scene and we're just going to talk all the way through it. And hopefully you can't hear it much because Universal will kick my ass. Oh, I just wish he shot him right in the face or something. That would have been hilarious. Yeah, I think some of us press play at the same time. 1, 2, 3, press play. That was surprising. This is the little kid getting killed by Michael. I didn't expect that. His first major kill of a child. Yeah, the bathroom scene is pretty brutal, to be honest. Again, I wish it didn't happen because I like the characters that he killed or possibly killed. But I would like to see Aaron survive. This is when the widescreen is really good. I love seeing the whole of that road. Sheriff's Department. I liked his acting in this as well. He really looked like a veteran sheriff of the town. The way he holds his gun, the way he holds his torch, the way he shouts to whoever he thinks is there. It's very, very experienced like. And though the time we're at is 32 minutes and 55 seconds. Now it says October 31st. We're at the graveyard scene. 33 minutes in now. I'll leave the timestamp up so I can tell you guys whenever I need me. Again, this is another scene just ripped straight from the original. When they go to the graveyard, they go to the gravestone. Only this time our gravestone's there. And there's Michael. If they were to remake any of the Halloween movies, which one would you like to see remade or rebooted? None of them. Now that they've rebooted Halloween 2, then they need to move forward with this. If they reboot it again, then it's going to get worse than the Texas Chainsaw Massacre storylines. How did they find the podcasters? I don't know. That's a good question. Did they stumble upon them or did they follow them? And say that, how can he follow them? I don't know. I need to watch that part again. Michael Myers. Cancel Halloween. Do you think the sequel will be set in a hospital like Halloween 2? Hopefully not. Again, we've had that twice already. See, this is the scene here where they're at the gas station. Michael's clocked them. I don't know how he's recognised them or knew they were there. Coincidence? I don't know. The Dr. Sartain did say that Michael saw them coming in, so maybe he saw their car and he's looking out for their car. I don't know. At the end of Halloween, as vague as it sounds, Laurie said, what did she say again? Was that the boogeyman? And then Dr. Loomis said, yes, I do believe it was. And here's your classic H2O scene with a little bit of Halloween 4 with the gas station and the ice bucket, the ice tub. Then it comes into H2O. Again, there's too many scenes that are so similar to all the other ones. And there's paying tribute, but there's completely paying tribute all the way through it, and that's annoying. Yeah, she says, was that the boogeyman? That's H2O. Her reaction to that when she says, "Oh, excuse me, someone's in here," that's like the reaction anybody would do, which is quite funny. Like if you're trying to do the toilet and somebody tries to open it, you're like, "Oh, somebody's here." Looked like he dead. I like the fact that we don't see Michael killing everyone. I like that we see the aftermath of the kill, which is quite cool. He got no pants. Yeah, that mark wasn't on the wall. I heard about that, but no, there's no thorn or anything on the wall. Teeth. This is Dana just about to meet her demise. We're on 39 minutes exactly. His face there as well when he walked in and saw Michael, he's like, "Michael." I think if you pause this, you could see Michael's face quite clearly in a few scenes. I mean, Aaron probably died, but they could make him survive for a sequel. If I were to direct a sequel, what would it be set on? Halloween. And there's the iconic scene with the mask. Pulls a mask out out the trunk, or the boot if you're from the UK. Nice slow music. Slow motion, Michael. He's back. Mm. What's worse, being brutally murdered by Michael Myers or crawling on a gas station public restroom floor? Well, I don't know, but Dana had to experience both. Now that's worse. Yeah, I think James Jude Courtney done just as well as Nick Castle did in 1978. I like their house. Alison's house. Yeah, I like the whole killing spree as well, from house to house. That mother who got the knife through the neck, Marion Singh. She's my friend on Facebook, and she's also part of a couple of Facebook groups that I've got. She's a really nice woman, and she's getting into the whole Halloween community. I don't know if she'll be watching this tonight, although she did comment on it when I said that I was going to be doing this video, which is pretty cool. But if you don't know who she is, her name's Marion Singh. Look her up. Our crazy mother's home. Would I like to get a cameo in a Halloween sequel? Absolutely. I mentioned lots of times that I was supposed to be on this, the special features of this, but I didn't make it onto the Blu-ray, unfortunately. A little bit gutted, but at least I got paid for it anyway. Universal paid me for it. The Shape Hunts Alison. It's probably the best tune out of all the Halloween scores for me. So haunting. See, that's a good scene when you see the sheriff looking at Laurie for the first time. I don't know in how many days or whatever, but he's looking at her knowing that you know something and you know that I know. How much? 200? They paid me, I think it was $250 they paid me, so it was like £190 or something. Just for one interview, which was cool. The artisan, you made an absolutely brilliant point. When Michael walks about door to door with a hammer with Mrs. Elrod, I don't think the tune that they used in that scene fit. I think they should have used a different tune. In fact, it's coming up soon. This is it. We're in 45 minutes now, and this is when Michael does his door to door. I just don't think that theme fit the scene. A great theme and a great scene, but together it just didn't fit. He's got the hammer. It's hammer time. And why is that Mrs. Elrod's house all very early 80s? She's got an old record player there. Everything's just really old. And you can hear the baby crying. The baby likes Michael. And if you're watching Marion, or if you're not watching live Marion, but you watch my video after it's up, then we're just about to see your scene. It's hammer time. This girl who's dressed up as the nurse, she sees Michael. She gets a little spooked by him. Right about there. Because you're just standing there looking at her. It's a beautiful scene. And here comes Marion Singh. She's on the phone. I love that. I love the tune there. I just love the way he looked down into the glass and you can see his reflection. And then when he walks around to the side of the house as well, you see just the shadow disappearing, the shape disappearing in the darkness. Very brutal scene this. Turn around. He's behind you. He's behind you. Oh, too late. Oh, dang. I keep forgetting about this tune. I like this tune. If any of you guys know the name of this tune at the disco, let me know. Oh, no, that one. Sorry, no, that one. I know that tune, obviously. I don't care. Oh, no, it's not. Tell me what that song is, guys. That sounds like I love it. Maybe it's the same people. I don't think we've seen enough of the school in this. Um, I think that's what they missed in the original. They didn't explore the school and the teens at the school enough. Here's this little dude. Grandmother. Who calls their granny grandmother on their phone? Well, it was after, regarding H2O, he was after her in H2O because it was his sister. He's not after her in this one, apparently. Didn't see enough of Vicky in this either. She was pretty cool. She was probably the best actress out of the teens, yet she didn't get enough screen time. Ando, yes it is, yeah. My first live commentary. I'm hoping that whoever's not watching this just now, if they eventually watch it, stick on Halloween and we can all watch it together anytime you want. That wee guy's funny. hmm What was that they were watching on the TV there? Was that a John Carpenter movie? Yeah, Declan, he's funny, that wee guy. Yeah, Jordan, I think we all knew that she died. She was the one under the sheet. I mentioned that from the very first time I seen the trailer because you see her shoe or her sock or whatever it was underneath the sheet and you knew it wasn't anybody else but her. So that was a huge giveaway. Ooh. These cheerleaders, we saw them in an image before the movie came out. It was like a deleted scene as well when they were all walking around the schoolyard, I think, doing some sort of display. But again, that was cut from the movie. Now, this girl, This is that a Thundercats girl? We didn't see enough of her. I'd like to see her getting explored more. Looks like he's cheating on you. But yeah, I think we need to see more Cat Lady. She looks a bit like Alison. See, Gerald Calvert, it's not Icona Pop, I love it. That's what I thought it was, but it's not. It might be Icona Pop, but it's not I love it. Declan, we're on 53 minutes exactly. And he's just threw her phone in the punch. After getting caught kissing the hot girl. Oh, Oscar's going to get in there. Go on, Oscar. Although he cheated on her there, Oscar was a bit of a dick as well, going after her like 2 minutes after she fell out with her boyfriend. That was a dick move. See the sheets there? That was a missed opportunity. I thought we were going to see Michael behind the sheets in the yard. That would have been great. That would have been a good homage to the original. Instead, they didn't use that one. That was disappointing. Instead, we get Dave popping up with his pumpkin. Like right there, you see the... It looks like we were thinking that was going to happen, but it didn't happen. Instead, we get a Mr. Horseboy. See, Michael Myers isn't behind. McAvoy production. Michael Myers is behind you there, but he wasn't. He wasn't behind the sheets. Sean Bratt. This is the third time seeing this movie. Seen it twice at the cinema, and I've just literally opened it tonight. So this is the first time watching it at home. So 3 times. And this is the official Halloween t-shirt. You can't buy this anywhere. I got it directly from Universal. Mine. And here comes a sex scene. Cover your eyes. I actually quite like the fact that we don't see a sex scene in this film. We got a couple in the original, but I don't think it's about that. I think it's about more than just teens having sex. Yep. Oscar is a ball bag. Yep. If you're Scottish, guys, you know what a ball bag is. And I think that's what Oscar is. Oscar's supposed to be friends with Cameron, and he does that to him. I like how the little guy's calling Michael Myers the boogeyman. Again, this takes away the scene because of the TV spots and the trailers that we saw. Even with her jumping out scaring a little guy, we knew that was coming from the TV spots. So I think that was a bit rubbish that they'd done that. Bah. Nobody can change your mind, Declan, because it's true. If you're just joining me, guys, we're on exactly 57 minutes. There's the sheets again, but no Michael. Was that Michael? I thought I just saw him behind the sheet there. May have to rewind that and screenshot it just in case. Not just now. Well, no, it can't be Michael because he's upstairs. Christopher, welcome. Glad you can catch the stream. Could you close the closet door? When you push it once and it doesn't close, you've got to open it. Don't keep pushing. Oh shit. You shouldn't laugh at that bit. I mean, that's another reason why that scene didn't totally work, because you're laughing at one bit and you're worried now for Vicky. And again, that scene was ruined for the trailer. Don't go up there, you're going to get killed, Dave. He's quite. Oh, I hate that. I hate the nails. What was his tattoo all about? You'll see it in a minute. Warren County. Here comes Laurie. This is when you see the Halloween 3 masks right there. I like that little Easter egg, having the Halloween 3 masks, because they're not connected in any way. But it also could mean there's future, there's hope for the anthology series as well. Maybe with the Halloween 3 masks. Send Dave first, that was hilarious. Yeah. Oh shit, doesn't matter what age you are. Oh shit. We see those sheets outside about 4 or 5 times now, and they don't utilise that area. Missed opportunity. So again, Hawkins, the way he speaks in this, it really genuinely sounds like a police officer. Maybe Will Patton was a police officer before he went up to an asteroid with Bruce Willis. Run, bitch. And this is when we see Nick Castle. 1 hour, 1 minute, 22 seconds. Did Dave die a virgin? Maybe. Although, he shouldn't have died if he was a virgin, because virgins don't die. Don't take off the sheet. It's Vicky. There's Michael. This scene here, when she sees Michael for the first time in 40 years, right there, it didn't work. Compare that scene to the scene in Halloween H2O when she sees Michael for the first time in 20 years, when the door closes and she comes face to face in that little circle window. That is one of the best scenes in any Halloween movie. And compared to the first time seeing him in 40 years, it just doesn't match up. And Dave's got that tattoo of Halloween there, 10/31/18. I take it, is that the day that he's going to lose his virginity? I don't know. Hi Justin, thanks for joining us. Declan, they never really explained how they caught him, and I'm glad they didn't explain how they caught him. They just said that they did catch him. That's true. Gerald Calvert. That's rule number 2, I think. Rule number 1, you can never have sex. Rule number 2, you can never drink or do drugs. Sandra Webster has wrote up the Jers. Ooh. Speaking of the Jers, yep, I'd love to see more of the sheriff and Laurie. Oh, here we go. You're the new Loomis. Didn't work for me, that part. Stars, maybe we will see an original cut of Halloween 2018. I think once they've made all the money on the Blu-ray, 4K, DVDs and digital copies, I think that we will possibly get an alternate version of it, hopefully. This scene here, 1 hour, 5 minutes, 44 seconds. Oscar and Alison are coming towards the camera. I don't know if any of you noticed this, but Michael drives past them in the background. I think he does. Oh, Oscar, you get friend zoned. Is that him there in the police car, driving past slowly? Potentially. Oh no, it's Sheriff Hawkins probably. A sheriff just drove past anyway. Yeah, that's what I meant, Hawkins. This is when Dr. Sartain starts to talk about being Dr. Sartain. Why didn't the podcaster stand in front of Michael with the mask? Because because he had to stand behind that line. And I know you probably say, but he could walk round the line. But for movie sake, that's why. Why was Michael getting transferred in the first place, Christopher? It just didn't make sense. After 40 years, why transfer him? Just let him rot there. And here's Karen, just realising that her mum's not crazy. There's Christopher Nelson. He's the creator of The Mask in real life. As I say. See, again, do as I say. She said the exact same thing in Halloween H2O. Do as I say now. Drive a mile down the road to the Bickers. Or drive to the Bickers a mile down the road. Do as I say. Mom, do as I say now. Oh, Oscar, don't do it. Don't kiss her. That's so awkward. Friend zone. She's in demand. So this is the Elrod's garden. Because it says, hey, Mr. Elrod. See, Laurie Strode is Sarah Connor, basically, in this. This is a really good scene. I like the lighting in this scene. We're coming up for an hour and 10 minutes, guys, if you're just joining me. This is the scene with Oscar, and the lights are going on and off. I think this is the only scene in the cinema. I was like, ooh, don't look. See, that's improv acting right there by Oscar, and I don't like it. What's up? Well, leave? Oh! We know that score's coming up, guys. The score is coming up. The shape hunts Alison. Your stupid costume got you killed. Watch your neck. You don't really see the spike going through him. More so just the knife in the back. We obviously see the aftermath of it. This bit here. Best scene. This bit when Michael walks out. Chills. So I wonder if Alison's actually seen a picture of... I guess she hasn't seen a picture of Michael in his costume because nobody took photographs of him back in 1978 with his costume on. So I wonder who she thought that was. Did she know it was Michael Myers? Did her grandmother explain what Michael Myers looked like? Yes, I know that Dr. Sartain used to be in EastEnders. Yeah, I think that's the only issue with the chase scene with Alison and Michael. I wanted it to be a little bit longer or a bit more intense, like it was in the original between Laurie and Michael. Justin, I've not even started my fan film just now. I'm waiting until I get the 1978 Michael Myers mask, and I'll once I see it in person, then I'll hopefully get some ideas going. Yeah, Jordan, I watched that in the special features with Oscar's death scene. David Gordon Green always wanted to do a scene like that. So he says, some people just say things at the spur of the moment, but if he had that idea for years, then it's good that he put it in there because that was probably the best death scene in the movie for me. Alison's boyfriend's name was Cameron, and I liked Cameron's character, and I'm hoping he returns for the sequel. Who's that behind you, Lar? Lar? Can you hear me tune? Sorry. He's not waited for you, Laurie. He doesn't care about you. This is where it kind of ruins it for me with Dr. Sartain. Yeah, go after Michael Myers when you've got an innocent girl in the back. It's Ben Tramer. You've just hit Ben Tramer. Shoot him. M&M's, Declan. Sorry. It's a bit noisy. That was just so stupid. This is Dr. Sartain stabbing Sheriff Hawkins. Again, there was no need for that scene. Even watching it for a third time, it's just so cringy. I don't know what David Gordon Green was thinking with that scene. See, I wish Michael got up and killed him right there so that he didn't have to put that mask on, because that was awful. So cheesy. Ridiculous. I actually feel embarrassed for these people. Yep, I would have ran Michael over a few times. And then seeing Dr. Sartain talking with that mask on is, oh, it's ridiculous. I remember watching that in the cinema thinking, why did you do that? I mean, what's he going to do now? He's just killed a sheriff in front of an innocent girl. Is he going to kill her? Is he going to let Michael kill her? What a tube. A reunion. So that's him telling us that Laurie and Michael are going to get back together and talk. This is the sandwich scene, which I don't mind because it's quite a natural scene between two police officers sitting doing nothing. One, like I mentioned, is Christopher Nelson, the creator of the new Halloween mask. What's your theory on why Michael didn't kill Alison in the back seat? I think I don't think he likes to kill his female victims straight away. It seems I think he likes to play around a little bit first, because like in the original, he could have killed Annie and Laurie easily at the hedge, but he wanted to play around a little bit, very similar to what he'd done in this movie with Alison. So he could have killed her, but he decided not to at that moment in time. It was a bad mistake by Michael. Sartain Isabella end, yep. Yeah, I think if one of the Strode ladies were going to get killed, I think they should have killed off Karen, because obviously her daughter would be in bits and her mother, Laurie, would be feeling responsible. Christopher Nelson does a bit so good acting in this for a special effects artist. Oh, what was the word? Haha, Sartain. And are these two police officers, are they like a tribute to the clown police officers in Halloween 5? Hopefully not, because these guys are a lot better. Dave McCrae thinks that Laurie should have died in the fire with Michael, and there's a struggle between them. She's sacrificing herself. He reckons that would have been. Oh, oh. Sorry, Sartain's face just got squashed. He reckons that would have been a more powerful ending. Well, it would have been a powerful ending. I think there's numerous ways you could have ended this Halloween for it to be powerful. And you don't have to kill Laurie Strode for it to be powerful. And you don't have to kill Michael for it to be powerful. But there's so many ways they could have ended it. I think I would have preferred a different ending to what we saw. But I'll comment on it when it comes up, because, like I said, I've not seen it since October. Yeah, the two police officers from Halloween 5 are terrible. They looked like Shia LaBeouf and Harrison Ford. Nom 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 nom. And there's the hat from the Halloween 1978 movie. What's with our decor? Our decor's very 70s/80s as well. And the house looks like the Myers house, obviously with extensions to the loft. And there's a kind of extended scene for The Shape Hunts Allison, a slower version. See, I don't think Laurie would kill herself, especially when she knows her kids and her grandkids are there. If it meant saving her family, then yeah, she probably would. I always wondered this, Stars. You've asked, I think this is going to be the, you know, if this sequel will be the end of that story. But if it's the end of this story, then what do we do after that? If we make more Halloween movies, are we going to reboot it again? There's only so many times you can reboot a franchise. There's the pen from the start of the movie. And again, Ray dies, it gets killed, but his wife doesn't care, his mother-in-law doesn't care, and his daughter doesn't care. They don't mention it, and I think that's because of the reshoots. They made a mistake with the reshoots, I think. Nobody there, guys. Sinister movie reviews, you've said, besides Halloween, what's your favourite movie ever? P.S. Liverpool win the Prem? Well, first of all, my favourite movie of all time is Back to the Future. Halloween is my favourite horror movie. And I don't think Liverpool will win the Premier League. I think they'll bottle it. Man City are too strong over 38 games, I think. Again, this is a good scene when Michael puts his hands through the door, but we've seen it in the trailer. Squash your face, Michael. Go and help her, Karen. Barry, have you ever been where they made Halloween? No, I haven't. I've never been to the USA, so I'd love to go. And I think if I went to America, that would be one of the places I'd love to go. Shoot him! Oh yeah. That was a good scene when she shot his fingers off. There's Sarah Connor. Hasta la vista, baby. Yeah, I don't think they cared about Ray. I think he died and that's what they wanted. Maybe they had some sort of insurance out for him. Do you think you'll ever see a new horror icon that comes close to the big three? Who are the big three to you? Because the big three are different to other people. I think the newest Halloween related news is we're getting closer to a sequel. That's about it. And apparently it's next year, 2020. Yep. I think the score for this film is one of the best things about this film. It makes it it makes a mediocre Halloween movie that little bit better, and it would make any Halloween movie better. I like that scene when she's holding Karen's hand. You know, it's her daughter. She's trying to look after. That's quite nice. It's quite nice. She's going to kill him. Michael, Jason, Freddy. Are those the big three? I would consider those the big three as well, to be honest. Some people consider Chucky one of the big three as well, but you'd have to take somebody out. But I think the only character that's come close to the big three recently would be the Creeper from Jeepers Creepers. But he's not had enough movies. Too much controversy behind the making of the movies as well. Norman Bates. We all go a little mad sometimes. Oh, the closet scene. Another take on one of the scenes from the original. Yep, I'm looking forward to Pet Sematary. I just recently done Pet Sematary and Pet Sematary 2 movie reviews in the lead up to the new Pet Sematary. Got a lot of high tech stuff in this little dozy house. Are you looking forward to The Curse of Llorona? I am now, because I heard that it's part of the Conjuring franchise, but hopefully they don't just shoehorn the Conjuring in it and make it its own movie. Kind of like the Cloverfield Paradox. That was its own movie, but they shoehorned the Cloverfield in at the end. Didn't like Candyman. Wasn't a massive fan of Candyman. So I'm not really interested in Jordan Peele's Candyman. However, I will watch it. Yeah, Ghostface is another one. You know, even though there's only 4 Scream movies, I would consider Ghostface a really big horror icon now. Edward Furlong's looked rough since Terminator 2, The Ride from 1996. I know I've not seen the trailer for Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark yet. I'll need to watch the trailer for that. I was looking forward to Are You Afraid of the Dark, that was supposed to be coming out in October this year. It was supposed to be written by the guy who wrote It, but it's been delayed. I don't know if it's been delayed indefinitely or if it's got a new release date, but I'm really looking forward to seeing that if and when it comes out. So how many minutes are we in? 1 hour, 31 minutes and 32, sorry, 1 hour, 32 minutes we're in. Michael's bleeding in the closet, or he's hiding behind the mannequins. Look in the closet. It's Ray. See, she saw Ray there, and she thought, oh, I'll just turn around and look for Michael. Who cares about Ray? And even when she goes up and sees Karen again and her granddaughter, she doesn't mention Ray. It's like he doesn't matter. as long as I get that insurance money. I didn't watch the second trailer for Pet Sematary, so nothing's been given away for me yet. Are You Afraid of the Dark was the pinnacle for me. It was amazing. I loved Are You Afraid of the Dark. I loved Unsolved Mysteries as well. That scared me. Oh, Michael moved pretty swiftly for a 60-year-old there. So he stabbed Laurie. He's now looking at her. She bit his known finger. This scene was painful to watch. When he looked away, he looked back, and then she wasn't there. Where did they get that from? Yeah, Are You Afraid of That was top shizzle. For shizzle my nizzle. I did like The Strangers Pray at Night. I loved the setting and like an empty caravan park. I loved the mood of the film. Unsolved Mysteries theme tune gave me nightmares as a kid. That scared me more than horror movies. I like that scene when Michael's walking towards the fireplace and you just see his hands like that. Again, good cinematography here. Of the angle of Michelle. His fire poker. Poke, poke, poke. Who covers their mouth to be quiet? If you're going to be quiet, you'll be quiet whether you do this or not. I've seen Ghostwatch from 1992, but I didn't watch it live, even though I could have because I'm from the UK. I didn't watch it live, so when I watched it, I knew it was fake. I like the Annabelle movies, yeah. Not heard of Fear Itself, not seen it before. Here's the Hunt Shapes Alison theme again, kind of drawn out. She's found her gun. Karen has found her gun. This is a really good scene when Karen's pretending to be all innocent. She's pretending to be all innocent. She can't shoot. That redeemed Karen's character in this. Happy Halloween, Michael, and she still couldn't finish the job. I think that scene in the trailer made it look better because it was faster. When he fell, he got right back up again in the trailer. See, you should have got Karen there. Should have pulled her down. Right down. I know a lot of people said this ending was a little bit like Social Justice Warriors, where the feminists are winning, the females are winning. However, I do like this scene. I like the fact, I like what they stood for as a family, whether there was men there or not. But I like the fact that they fought together to the very end, and she finally gets to see Michael trapped. Whether he dies or not, it's irrelevant to us. Irrelevant to us. And John Carpenter's my favourite out of those three. Stephen King's not a director, so you can't really compare him. Wes Craven's great. I think John Carpenter's my favourite from the 70s and 80s. Wes Craven, probably my favourite thereafter. I mean, Michael looking at Laurie there, it looks like he's thought, you've won, you've got me. And he's not even moving. He's like, I'm going to look at you until I'm burnt to a crisp. They shouldn't have moved away. They should have stayed there until they saw him burning. But obviously for continuation purposes and for the fact that the movie made $250 million, we're obviously going to get a sequel. And I'm happy with that. But again, we've seen this before. Halloween 2, 1981. Michael burned to death. Or Michael burned. This one again, they tried to fix the mistakes and they've just made the same things again. People say this could be Michael coming, but it's not. Michael was in the house. That's the house burning. We're at 1 hour 40 and 20 seconds. And if you ask me about her holding the knife at the end, it looks like Laurie's passed the knife on to her as like a symbolism. She's the next Laurie Strode, basically. She's not crazy or anything, it's just passing the torch onto her. This film is dedicated to Mustafa Akkad. That was awful what happened to him. And that's the end of the movie, guys. I'll leave it running just now because at the end we hear Michael breathing as well. Did you enjoy that film, guys? I think when it ended, when I watched it in the cinema, I thought there's something missing. When I went to see it for a second time, again I thought there's something missing. But watching it here, because I know how it ends, I'm kind of like, I'm more accepting of the ending that we got. However, I think we could have got a way better ending than the one we did get. McAvoy production. Right, my guess is you pulled a string to open the door and you had a mask on something black. You're absolutely correct. That's what I used to open the door. And I have got the mask on a stick with a black top. It was like a slumber party. What's next? I might actually do some more Halloween ones. Obviously, my channel is very Halloween centric, and most of my views go towards Halloween related stuff. So if I'm going to do live commentaries, I might, maybe not right now, but I think later on in the year, I'll maybe do some Halloween live commentaries. But again, I have to watch, because if Universal or any company who monetize or demonetize our stuff, if they get wind of this and hear it, they'll copyright it, block it in countries and stuff, so I don't want that to happen. Michael can't come in, guys, because he's sitting on a stick. I had a good time too, Jordan. Not watching anything else tonight, Declan. I've watched 2 Child's Play movies today, Child's Play 1 and Child's Play 2, because I'm going to be doing a Child's Play franchise movie review. All 7 movies reviewed just before the release of the reboot. Hi Gary, boys, excuse me. You've came too late, the film's finished. Although you can watch this live stream anytime. No, my wife's not that tall, Nicola. And my wife's away out. I've got the house to myself for the weekend. Thanks Gary Boyce, all the way from Los Angeles. I've never seen Phantasm or Phantasm. I've never seen any of the Phantasm movies. I may review them because I hear the first one's good. So eventually I might come round to watching those and reviewing them. I can't do a Pet Sematary live because I literally just watched Pet Sematary last week or so. And I've done a movie review for it, so I can't really be bothered watching it again just now, to be honest. Thanks McAvoy. Thanks for watching as well. Thanks Nicola the Avenger. I'll talk to you soon. Catch you soon, Declan. For anyone still here, I'll stay on for a few minutes, guys. Lee and Cody reviewed them. The Phantasm films. Just doesn't look like my cup of tea. I think it was directed by the guy who directed Bubba Hotep. He's a good director. Don Cascarello or something. I just heard Michael breathing there. So he's alive. Yeah, I think that the next Halloween sequel only makes sense to be set on the same night straight after this one, because Michael's not getting any younger, so he still needs to be in this year, I think. The big 3, Cody Leach, Lee McCoy and Wolfman. Thanks very much. That actually does mean a lot, so thanks for that. A Back to the Future trilogy livestream. I don't think it would fit my channel, but it would be very interesting to do it. What are my thoughts on having the new film fresh in my mind? I liked it still. It's not the best. It's not even the second best Halloween film in my opinion. I don't want to tell you where I would rank it at this moment in time, because I don't have a specific ranking for it, but it's definitely not top 2 anyway. But I will have to do a re-ranking for the Halloween franchise, because it has changed since I last done a ranking for it, and obviously there's a new one added. Yes, I'm alone in the house, and enjoy your weekend as well. I'm all alone, me and Michael. They should make two more Halloween films, then end the franchise. I would be happy with that. And I wouldn't say end the franchise, I would maybe say end the Michael Myers saga and do an anthology Halloween series like John Carpenter wanted with Season of the Witch. So maybe do like a Season of the Witch remake and have an anthology based around that. I've not seen The Haunting of Hill House yet. I might wait for the second season to finish if it's not even, don't think it's out yet. But I'll wait for a couple of seasons so I can binge watch them and maybe do a back-to-back reviews for them because they do look good. Although Mike Flanagan and his wife Kate Siegel recently disliked what I said on Twitter, and I didn't mean it in a bad way. The movie Hush from 2016, I mentioned on Twitter that it was a blatant rip-off of Mischief Night from 2013, which it was 100% a rip-off. And somebody, Kate Siegel, Mike Flanagan's wife, put a funny meme basically saying shut up to me, and Mike Flanagan liked it and they got lots of likes, so everybody hated my comment. But I didn't mean that in a bad way, because I did comment after that saying that I still loved Hush. I thought Hush was better than Mischief Night. However, it was a blatant rip-off of Mischief Night. James Perkins, my favourite death in this movie was Oscar. I think what helped that death scene was the use of the lights before they get killed, and obviously the score in that scene, because that's the first time we hear the shape hunts Allison, and it was perfect for that scene. See, I'm glad John Carpenter didn't direct this movie, Jordan, because John Carpenter's a really bad director now. He made some of the best horror movies back in the 70s and 80s, but if he directed the movie today, it would probably be terrible, especially a Halloween movie, I think, sadly. He should stick to scoring because he's really good at it, but I don't think he should direct another movie because he's awful at directing now. I think his vision is gone, and he's stuck in the 80s, which is not a bad thing sometimes, but I don't think his style of directing is quite cuts it these days, so I'm glad he didn't direct it. Yeah, anthologies, I think that's the way to go after the Michael Myers storyline. Thanks, Gary Boyce, you are awesome too. I wouldn't like to see a Halloween TV series at all. I think Halloween's too big for a TV series. It worked for Scream. I actually quite liked the Scream TV show, but I don't think it would work for Halloween. Are you looking forward to Jordan Peele's Us? Yes, I am. I'm actually going to see it tomorrow. I didn't go and see it last week, I was too busy, but I've got the weekend to myself. I'm going to go and see it tomorrow. I like how Michael stabs the woman through the neck. Yeah, it was a brutal scene. And like I said earlier on, I don't think you were on yet. The actress that played the woman was Marion Singh, who commented on my live stream announcement. So she might have watched this live commentary. She might not have, but if she does watch it eventually, I gave her a shout out in it anyway. What are your thoughts on 3 from Hell? I'm not a massive fan of Rob Zombie. I will watch it though because I did like The Devil's Rejects and House of a Thousand Corpses. I'm one of those people who liked House of a Thousand Corpses more than The Devil's Rejects. Everybody loves The Devil's Rejects more, but I prefer House of a Thousand Corpses because it's more dark and more horror related than The Devil's Rejects. If Michael met Freddy and Freddy tried to use dreams to hurt Michael, do you think Michael has any fears Freddy could use against him? I don't think Michael has any thoughts, to be honest, so maybe not. Michael doesn't really think, but you said you've probably thought the same about Jason, and then obviously Jason's scared of water in Freddy vs. Jason. Jordan, since Still Game started back up again, I've not seen any new episode of Still Game. I didn't love Still Game. I think maybe it's because when it first came on back in the early noughties, late 90s, I think I watched it too much and I got sick of it. So when it got announced to come back out again a couple of years ago, I didn't watch it. I wasn't interested, so I haven't seen it. See, when it comes to making sequels to Friday the 13th, they could do anything. Now there's some movement in the rights to Friday the 13th, we could be seeing some updates regarding that shortly, which hopefully I'll cover on my channel. But anything could happen with Friday the 13th. They could pick it up at any point in the timeline, or they could start afresh. Gary, where can I watch this review? What review? This one we're doing just now. Once it's all completed, you'll be able to watch it anytime. If that's what you're asking. Yeah, the commentary. So I don't know how it really works, but once I stop streaming, it'll take a minute or two for it to buffer up, and then you can watch it anytime. But in the meantime, you're watching live from New York. It's Saturday night. How long have I been on here anyway? 2 hours I've been on. That's a long time. That's a long time. What are your overall thoughts? Message deleted. That's cool, Gary. You can watch it anytime anyway. I answered a few questions throughout the movie when it was on, but I did talk throughout the commentary, some thoughts on some of the scenes and stuff, and just talking rubbish, to be honest. Potential rubbish. You know, Adam, I always want to do live streams, but I can never find the time to do them. This weekend is an exception because I've got the house to myself. Nobody's here to annoy me. If I do live streams, I think I've got like I'm from the UK, so between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. I could probably do a live stream almost every day, but most of my viewers are from the US. So 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. in the US is going to be too early in the morning for those guys. So not a lot of people will watch the live stream. So it's very hard to find the right balance and time to do a live stream. What are your thoughts on a possible Michael versus Leatherface fight? No thoughts. I say this time and time again to everybody. I don't think Michael should feature in a versus movie. Michael versus Chucky, Michael versus Pinhead, Michael versus nobody, because Michael is too big of a character to be in another movie to piggyback on it. I think Michael's too big for that, so Michael versus nobody for me. Chucky 2019 will be trash. Might not be. From the looks of the trailer, it looks good. It looks way better than Seed of Chucky. It looks way better than Cult of Chucky. And if it's better than those two, then they're improving, I think. I've watched the first 3 episodes of the Madeleine McCann documentary, Jordan, on Netflix. Not seen it all yet, but it's quite interesting. Hi Kiki. Robert, my favourite kill in the latest Halloween movie is Oscar. By far. So guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up in the next 5 minutes or so, because it's now 6 minutes past 11 in the UK at night time. I don't know if Loomis should ever be recast. If they did ever recast Loomis as the Loomis character, I would probably say, I've said this loads of times, but Richard Schiff should play Dr. Loomis. He's a great actor, he looks like Dr. Loomis, and he wouldn't be that expensive to hire. Yes, I've seen the 3 masks from Halloween 3. They were in it twice. I'd be down for a CGI Loomis. If they can get Loomis to look like what they've done in Rogue One, Star Wars, for the dead actors, then I'd be up for that. Definitely. Should you guys have any more questions or anything before I go? I'm going to go in the next 2 minutes. Just so I know, guys. One day. One day it will happen. Nice one, Jordan. I'll catch you later. I'm very tired now, Gary. It is 10 past 11 at night where I am, so I'm getting there. It's hard to say, James, because if Peter Cushing played Dr. Loomis, we'd probably love Peter Cushing. If Christopher Lee played Dr. Loomis, we'd probably love him as well. So we'd probably love any of the 3. So because it was Donald Pleasance, we just know to love him now. Adam, my next video should be out tomorrow night. Hopefully I'll get a review for Us tomorrow night, so look out for that, hopefully tomorrow night. Yeah, The Little Skipper, thanks for watching. Like I said, you'll be able to watch this as soon as I stop it. I've not seen any of the Puppet Masters. They don't look like my kind of horror movies. They're pretty cheesy. Michael is behind you. No, he's not. Take care, Gary. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go now. Thank you for watching. Thanks for contributing to all the comments. And for those of you who watched it with me, thanks very much. It was a new experience for me, which is pretty cool. And I'll probably do it again in the future. Probably with the Halloween movies, but I might do it with other movies as well. I'll maybe do some polls to see what, I'll maybe put a couple of movies in a poll and see which one wins, basically. There's nobody there. Anyway, guys, I'll see you soon. Bye bye.